We're gathered here today to happily marry this young man to his nutritional beliefs. Now, young man, do you promise to cherish, to adore, to forever hold her on such a high pedestal that you become completely blind and deaf to everyone around you and their various points of view? I do. Very well. And you, his nutritional beliefs, do you promise to so tightly and dogmatically envelop his mind that he feels driven to drive your merits down the throats of everyone that he comes across for the rest of his days? I do. Well then, by the power vested in me by the certificate I got online this morning, I now pronounce you emotionally married to your beliefs. You may kiss the bride. What up? And well met. This is Muscle and Magicka, and you, my friend, just accepted a quest. Now, if you came in here expecting an in-depth, point-by-point comparison between flexible dieting and clean eating, well, frankly, you should have known better. Honestly, I think I've made my thoughts on that comparison clear in past videos. However, there's one point that I haven't yet made, and just in case you didn't quite catch it from my clever little analogy at the beginning, I'll go ahead and spell it out for you. D-O-N-T, D-O-N apostrophe, D-O-N apostrophe T. Don't be emotionally wed to your nutritional beliefs. Now, there's a few reasons that I say this. First of all, I'm going to let you in on a little secret that's probably going to be kind of difficult for you to swallow, so make sure you're sitting down if you're not already. Not everybody cares what I think. I know. It's unfortunate, but it's true. In fact, in the years since I've discovered the joys and the freedom of flexible dieting, I've also discovered that no matter how good or helpful it may be for them, some people just don't give a flying crap about macros or micros or evidence-based research. And furthermore, of those people who could not possibly want my help less, some of them don't even need it. I mean, let's face it, I think that flexible dieting is the healthiest, most sustainable, most effective approach to dieting, but there are a hell of a lot of guys out there who are bigger than me and stronger than me who prefer eating clean. And at the end of the day, all the studies and the data in the world cannot argue with results. Well, they could, but I don't want to get punched in the face. However, there is a second group of people who do want and do need our help, people who have tried dozens of diets and had absolutely no progress whatsoever, people who are desperate for a long-term solution that is healthy, sustainable, and effective. And the number one way to take that second group of people and turn them into the first group of people is to be emotionally married to your beliefs, because you'll come off as judgmental, you'll come off as a condescending know-it-all, and you'll never pass the persuasion check if you have all the eloquence, approachability, and speechcraft of a brick wall. Now, in order for me to make my second point, let me tell you a story. There once was a young mage who wished to learn more about the art of necromancy. However, as that school of magic was largely forbidden, he was forced to seek out the highest center of magical learning on the continent of Tamriel. I am talking, of course, about the Arcane University, where he hoped that the Archmage would be both willing and able to help him. Hungry for knowledge, he approached the powerful wizard and begged to become his apprentice. And against his better judgment, the Archmage agreed and began to prepare the first lesson. But every time he would open his mouth to speak, the young novice would interrupt him with stories of his own aptitude and demonstrations of his own magic. It quickly became clear to the Archmage that the student was more interested in showing off than in actually learning. So, with an understanding twinkle in his eye and without having spoken a single word, the elderly wizard began to cast a terrible spell. The novice watched in horror as the room began to fill with undead. "Stop!" he cried out. "There are too many. The room can't hold them." "Ah," said the old wizard. "Much like this room, how can your mind hold any new ideas when it's already so full of its own preconceived notions?" The young mage had learned a valuable lesson that day. Unfortunately, it was too late, as he was promptly eaten by zombies. Now, all analogies stolen from Bruce Lee and slightly tailored to fit the tone of my channel aside, we never want to become so emotionally attached to our beliefs that we become incapable of exchanging ideas and learning from other people's perspective. And there is value in the clean eating perspective. I mean, there's a reason that when a flexible dieter's calories get low, his diet becomes suspiciously bro. There's a reason that so many bros eat clean and it works for them. And you know what? Even though eating clean may not be necessary, Neither is tracking calories. Anyway, I hope you gained some experience points from that. Personally, I spent a lot of time as a low-level flexible dieter telling people what to do without the masking and probably driving them even farther away from flexible dieting than they would have been. So hopefully I've been able to save a few people from making the same mistake. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any quests that you want to go on. And as always, if you want to come along with me on future quests, make sure you subscribe to the channel and join my party. Until next time, you lot of rants. Logging out.